Well deserved. Chris is saying, yes, I believe the game is about to start. Stop me if you've heard that before from me in the last 5 minutes. But I do actually think we're getting it here, which is exciting. Here we go. Here we go. We are about to drop the puck. Gotta go, Leafs go. Chant going in the arena. About to drop the puck here. First line is starting for the Toronto Maple Leafs. First line is starting for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Interesting stuff there. Dodgers going for the three-peat. That's what Ohtani said. Matthews won the draw. Puck back in the Leafs zone. Up on the wall. Robertson with a nice play to keep the puck in the offensive zone. Looks hungry already. You can't squander this opportunity on the first line. You can stay there. I mean, Marner's gone. Cowan, if he works out on the second line, you know, they're going to keep it together. Short shifts going here already for the Leafs. Should be a good one. Yeah, the blackout stuff is ridiculous. Dad is a Habs fan. I'm a Leafs fan, so he bought a Sportsnet Plus, and I'm able to watch the Habs, but not the Leafs, and he's able to watch the Leafs, but not the Habs. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. Crazy. Leafs dumped the puck in. McMahon is playing tonight, and he is on the third line, so I guess Michelli is not playing. They had Michelli on the third line. Michelli is not playing. McMahon is on the third line with Joshua Waugh. Jeez, I take a shot every time I say Joshua Waugh of the Montreal Canadiens. He is on the third line with Dakota Joshua and Nicolas Waugh. My apologies. You guys both live in the same place and it doesn't work? That is even crazier to me. But I know, I mean, years ago, I had to deal with blackouts too. And it sucks because then you're like, what do I do? Can't watch the game. You're still paying all this money for it. Counting off to, oh my god, somebody just absolutely exploded their stick. Might have been Phil Meyer. I believe it was Phil Myers on the ice right now with OEL. So OEL and Phil Meyer playing together tonight. Which I don't hate. I like the different handedness stuff that's going on. That's pretty cool. JT with a nice defensive play there, as he does. Move your legs, guys. Move your legs. Bad play. Going off. Lazy change. Hate it. Hate to see it. Brunick. 2 rookies made the team for the Penguins this year. Pretty, I don't want to say surprising because they earned it, but interesting. Jet said Nyes with more points than Marner this year so far. I don't get the narrative. I really don't. They've been struggling. They should be winning more games. But this whole thing about they're missing Marner, like the record's the same. They lost to Columbus 8-1 last year at the same time last year. I don't get it, guys. They're going to be fine. Like, and I think they're a better built team. I have to be honest. Domi playing 4th line center though? I don't know about that. I don't. What is the? I mean, you certainly have depth, but then Scott Lawton comes back. I mean, what does the team look like? I like the depth though. I mean, Sammy Blais, he's in the lineup tonight. I like his game. But what if the Leafs make a trade with the Pittsburgh Penguins, 67 for 89? I wouldn't mind that, but you would have to shed some more cap if you're the Leafs. They're right up against it right now. I mean, the camp thing could be interesting. We'll get to that in intermission, so stay tuned for that. We'll definitely get to that at the intermission, but we'll see. They would have to shed some more cap. And I don't know about... I think I would rather Rust. I don't know about Raquel, I have to be honest, because... Raquel has almost no playoff experience. Over 6.5 goals, yes or no? Robertson almost scored, so I would say yes. I'm going to take... I would say no. I think it might be a little... It might be like a 3-2, 4-3 game kind of thing like that. Which if it is 4-3 in that case, I would take that, but... I'm smelling... I smell 3-2 in the air tonight. November is the Leafs month. I thought I saw something. Oh, don't know if that was a save. Nice play from Justin Brazeau again. Actually, that was Brian Rust, excuse me. November is their month. I believe I saw in the last 5 years, they've only lost, I think in regulation, 8 games in 5 years in the month of November. They do this every year. I think they'll be fine. I would like to see a win tonight. I would like to see a win. We get the puck at the point for the Pittsburgh Penguins. We got not a shot on goal, but the puck comes back to Anthony Mantha. Phil Meyer grabs the puck. Good patient play. Flips it out of the zone. The third line is now out for the Toronto Maple Leafs. We got Joshua, McMahon. That's a heavy third line. Heavy third line. John says the Blue Jays played their best in the last moments of the World Series. It didn't happen. That's life. The Leafs in 2025 are another story right now. Well, it is still the regular season, and I think they'll figure it out. Tavares flying up the wing. One of the great puck protection artists of our time, John Tavares. Ben Kindle coming up for the Penguins, coming back the other way. Novak takes a shot. Great save by Anthony Stolarz. Elliot Freeman and Darren Dreger are reporting. I did see this as well, and we're going to have a video on this. The Leafs only want to trade Nick Robertson for a player of equal age and value. What's the point? Thank you, Joshua, though. I did see that this morning. Or it might have been yesterday. But that makes no sense to me. I don't understand that. I get the fresh start thing, but if you're going to trade him for a guy who's the same age, let me know how you feel in the chat about this as well. But if you're going to trade him for a guy who's the same age and, you know, we'll do the same things, I think that's a bit ridiculous. Pretty big hit there from Simone Benoit. Benoit is playing with Jake McCabe tonight, I believe, unless the lines are jumbled right here. Nice block by Max Domi. Max Domi away. It looks like a 2-on-1 here. Carlson got caught. Yarncroke's in. Good defensive play by Erik Karlsson. Good defensive play. Steven Stamkos. How do we feel about Steven Stamkos? Could be an interesting option. We know Stamkos, you know, for the vibes. He's won a cup, all those things. I would get the move, but man, he has turned into a different player since leaving Tampa. Brian Rust in. Crosby behind the net. Matthews now back on the ice. Nice defensive play by Auston Matthews. Yarncroke chips it out. And the Penguins have the puck again. Nice pass from Matthews. Got some space. Nice takes a shot. That's blocked by Shea. Brian Rust charging up the zone. Nice defensive play. Nice defensive play by Nick Robertson. Good back check. Carlo gets the puck. Makes a nice outlet pass. Nice is back the other way. Dumps the puck in. Yeah, Jets, you know what? I have to be honest. I mean, with Marner gone and the fact that's a late hit. As a late hit after the whistle. $13-18. So we got our first commercial break of the game. We got $13-18 left here in the first period. It's still 0-0. Not much happening. I wouldn't say there was any high danger scoring chances in the game just yet, but you know, I think it's going to start to open up here in the last half of the first period, maybe the second period. We'll see what happens here, but not much going on. But yeah, I think Jets, I would agree with that. I mean, you know, Marner's gone. Cowan didn't really work out. They're playing musical chairs at the top line. Berube said that he hates it. So why wouldn't you shake it up? Why don't you try something else? In Nick Robertson, just see how it goes. And he's been playing well. You know, he's scored a couple times this week. He has a couple points. Outside of that, you know, there's a couple assists. But does the chat agree with that? Does the chat? What's the chat saying? Oilers and Leafs both start to turn around in November. It is stressful as a fan of both. I have to be honest, though. I am not worried about the Leafs because I never am to start the year every year because they start the year the same way every year. But with the Jays on, I was even less worried, and now we're here. And I hope they win tonight. Big win on Saturday in Philly as well, but not so worried yet. Pick up a big win here, and then we'll talk. We'll go from there. They just got to continue to trust the process, play the right way, clean up the mistakes. I don't think there's anything fundamentally wrong with this team. I think they're just making a bunch of glaring mistakes that are very easy to clean up. I think they're just really just mental lapses that they know better. They know better. A lot of these mistakes they've been making so far this year. What's going on with Joseph? Joseph, well, was on the ice this morning, actually, at Morning Skate. He was on the ice. He is in the return to play protocol, so he's still a little ways away. I think he has to get up to speed. He missed most of training camp, and then he was gone. I heard that he was skating while he was gone, but it's not the same as in-game action. And now with everyone warmed up about a month into the season, he needs some time. But he'll be back soon. But they need him back because they can't trust Cade and Primo. They cannot trust Cade and Primo. And I mean, they've played 13 games this year, and Stolarz has played 10 of them. And Primo gave up 6 goals the other night. So not ideal. Got the second line here in the offensive zone going to work. Cowan in on the forecheck. He wins the puck. Nice pass over to Riley. OEL in the zone. Nice centering pass. Nylander deflects it just wide. Tavares on the puck. It's a good start to that shift. Tavares has been working this season, man. I love his game. At his age, too, he just continues to do it. I mean, he can put up another 30 this year. He's been playing unbelievable. I say 30. He could probably get more. He almost scored 40 last year. Nylander probably should have gotten that puck. That's tough. Good back check there and good stick from Easton Cowan. Offside called. Offside called there at the line. Trade rumors. 2 names linked to Nick Robertson. Trade rumors have been Igor Chinakov and Alexei Torpchenko from the... Torpchenko would be an interesting one from the St. Louis Blues. I mean, he's playing on their 4th line right now. That would be an interesting name. I know, Prophet. Times have changed since that Jays game. I think I'm ahead of everyone now. You got to come here for the updates. This is the place to be now for the updates on the game. I think for the Jays one, I was like almost 2 minutes behind at one point. I was having like crazy technical difficulties that night, but we are back. Malkin and Crosby 2-on-1. Nice defensive play from Jake McCabe. Ties up Crosby. Or Malkin in front, excuse me. You got Crosby and Malkin on the ice at the same time together here. Against the third line and the third defense pairing, which is not ideal. JT 600. He's on the way to 600 now. Over 500 goals in his career. I wish it didn't come in that game against Columbus, but here we are. Ben Kindle puts it in front. Nice diving play from Phil Meyer. He almost puts it in his own net, but the Leafs are the other way. Here comes Knies with the puck through the neutral zone. Passes it off to Phil Myers. He puts it in front. Rebound. Robertson missed that somehow. Wide open net. I don't even know where that went. I'm curious for a rebound. Wide open net off the rebound. Great play from Phil Meyer just to get that rebound. Matthews toying with his food behind the net. See, lots of... I like what I'm seeing here. There's a lot of low to high, and this is something that the Leafs have been talking about. A very simple, direct game. Low to high. You get the shots on goal, and they had traffic there, but the shot never came. So it's either... Sometimes the shot comes, there's nobody standing in front, and then sometimes the shot doesn't come, and everyone's in front. These are the things... They just got to clean these things up, and I think they'll be fine. But I do like it when they kick it like that. That's, you know... It's simple, it's direct. You can win games that way, but you just have to execute. You just have to execute. And we know the Leafs are great at that. Great play by Mo Riley behind the net there. Gets it to Carlo. They are playing again together tonight. I have to say, Tomasino is a pretty big, good pick up there for the Penguins. That was a good move there from Kyle Dubé. Big hit from Sammy Blais, eliminating Tommy Novak. Carlo tries to move the puck up the wall. There was nobody really up there for him, and he probably shouldn't have put it there anyway. Sammy Blais chips the puck out. Great, nice slow play there. We got 10 minutes left. We're about I say about. We are halfway through the first period here. Still got a scoreless game. The shots are 3-2 for Pittsburgh. I will try to be mindful and keep you guys up to date with the shots as well. 3-2 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think the Leafs, so far, at least to me, it looks like they've gotten their forechecking game going a little bit tonight. I want to see it continue. That's something that's got to get going if they're going to find success tonight. And so far, it's going. So they got to continue to do that. Puck out of play, and we have our second stoppage of the night. I believe we're headed to another commercial break. I'm waiting to see this replay because Nick Robertson, I am not sure how he missed that, and I might only get to see this replay when they come back from commercial, and yes, that is the case. So, 9:30 left in the first period. Scoreless game, like I said, shots are 3-2 for Pittsburgh. 3-2 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Still a scoreless game. And we're at our second commercial break of the game. Let me know if you're watching this game, let me know in the chat who the best player on the ice is so far tonight. For the Penguins, it's looking like Sidney Crosby. For the Leafs, first line's buzzing. First line is buzzing. Cowan almost scored as well. I say almost scored, but you know, he's in the mix. He's in the mix. Trying to create. That's all you can ask from the player. Just trying to create. Got a lot of games around the league tonight as well. Trying to check in on some of the other scores for you guys. Out of town scoreboard. Trying to get this going for you guys. 1 second here. We got 4 games on tonight, and one of them is underway, and it's the Leafs and the Penguins. So we got 3 other games tonight. We got the Oilers and the Blues. Interesting matchup. The Blues have been massively disappointing so far this year. Jake Neighbors out with an injury. We got Robert Thomas returning tonight to play the Oilers, which is an interesting matchup. That goes at 8:30 Eastern. Got the Canucks and the Predators. Predators, again, out of the gate, very, very slow this year at 5-6-2. That goes at 8:30 Eastern as well. And in the late game tonight, the Kraken, who have been surprisingly good, picking up a lot of points in overtime as well, are playing the Chicago Blackhawks, who are off to a much better start than I thought they were going to be. And Connor Bedard having a hell of a season. That starts at 10 Eastern tonight. And we got our puck has dropped again. We're back from commercial. And we got the first line back out there buzzing again, trying to look for that. I miss working from home. Shout out to Dodgers Digest in the chat once again. Got a request for you, Dodgers Digest. Leave us Toronto people alone. Leave the Torontonians alone, please. Nice defensive play from Matthews and Nyes. Matthew Nyes. No, Alexei Toropchenko hasn't been very good this season, Joshua, to start. He's also playing in a very, reduced role, sheltered. Noel Acciari has left the game for the Penguins, their third-line center. He is not on the bench. He left for the dressing room. We will keep an eye on that. So the Penguins are down a skater now, about halfway through the first period. Shot in front from Chris Letang. There's a scramble. Every single Leaf is in the slot for some reason. Joshua skates his way out of this. Pretty smooth skater for how big he is. Skates it all the way out. And behind the Penguins, and that down for Waugh. Here comes a McMahon in on the forecheck. This is a heavy line that can actually score. Yes, I did see the Marner miss working from home. Yes, we all saw the commercial, Jace. We all saw the commercial. Nick Waugh wins the puck. He's by himself. There is a change going on. We got the fourth line coming back out there. Kelly Yarncroke back on the forecheck against Anthony Mantha. He wins the puck. That's a mismatch in terms of size. Leafs are noticeably going to the net tonight, which is good. In off the forecheck there. I like this fourth line. Also, the lineup tonight looks like Berube. Like, I have to be honest. Just like it just makes sense. Again, driving the net, Domi to the net, shot low to high, shot from the point to the net, almost went in. Deflection. Fourth line now changing. Penguins still hemmed in their own zone. Good shift. Good couple shifts that they're building off from after that commercial break. Here comes Crosby skating out of the zone. That should be icing. And that is icing. Sammy Blais, this is his third game with the Leafs, and he was claimed off waivers on October 6th from the Montreal Canadiens. They're now showing the injury to Tanev. Obviously, nothing malicious, I think, from Michkov. I mean, he wasn't even looking at him. Not that means it's not malicious. I mean, we've seen worse in the past, of course, but yeah. And the puck has dropped once again. Crosby with the pass over to bar down from Erik Karlsson. 1-0. 1-0 Penguins. Bar down. Off the rush. The Leafs, I remember seeing the Leafs are a pretty good team on the rush. I don't know how they defend the rush, but it wasn't very good there. 1-0 Pittsburgh Penguins. Erik Karlsson, bar down. On a pass from guess who, ladies and gentlemen? Across the slot. Cross seam pass. Who's driving the net there? Trying to figure that out. Tomasino. Tomasino drives the net. Stolars can't see much. Great saucer pass from Crosby right across the ice to Erik Karlsson. He makes no mistake. The Pittsburgh Penguins are up 1-0. Not good. I was hoping the Leafs would open the scoring tonight. Feel like they needed that. So when scoring first, the Penguins are 5-1-2 this year, and the Leafs are 500, 3-3-1. I think I read that correctly. Nyes steals the puck. The Leafs have been intercepting a lot of pucks tonight so far. Active sticks. Like to see that. Robertson grabs the puck over to Matthews. They are cycling behind the net. Matthews playing with his food once again. I feel like they're chipping it in front of the net. Yeah, it's 1-0 Penguins, yes. Karlsson scored. Credit where credit's due. It's a good play. Good play from Crosby. You got somebody driving the net, and it's a great shot from Karlsson, who has been pretty good this year. They needed him to be. See, now Pittsburgh is getting their game going. Forechecking hard. Leafs got to get on their horse here, I think. Bad change for the Leafs as well. Toropchenko's paid about $1 million less than Nick Robertson. I believe the Leafs are going to the power play when we return. Break in play, but I believe Owen Pickering has picked up a penalty. Owen Pickering has picked up a penalty. The Leafs are going to the power play when we return from commercial. First power play of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get woos in the chat. Start spamming the Ric Flair woo! Leafs are going to the power play. They need this one badly. They need a goal here. 5:33 left in the first period. They need this one bad. Going to the power play. Not an ideal start for the Leafs. I mean, pretty even game to this point. Obviously, nothing crazy. Not lopsided. That's ridiculous. We got a woo. There we go, Prophet. We got a woo in the chat. Let's get some woos in the chat. We're coming back from commercial. The Leafs need it. What a momentum kill, by the way, whenever they go to commercial as soon as a penalty is called. The Leafs are going to the power play. There's 5 minutes left in this first period. If you go into the intermission and you haven't scored, you're in tough. You're in tough in that second period. I know at the end of the day it's a regular season game, let's be honest. But it would be nice to score. Let's get a goal here, guys. Let's get a goal here. We are returning from commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. The Leafs will be headed to the power play. This power play needs to be aggressive. They need to be driving the net. They need to get one here. Let's get a look here. What is the power play? Owen Pickering just gets in front of... Not even in front of. I mean, he kind of takes down Waugh. We got the power play going, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's get some woos in the chat. Let's spam the woos. Here comes the power play. Face-off. John Tavares taking the face-off here. On the near wall. Puck has dropped. And they're going to... I love it when that happens. And puck is... Wow, Dewar is 38% on the draws. Tavares is 62%. 62. Leafs win the draw. Shocker. Go Leafs go from Yang. Cowan behind the net. Cowan, by the way, on power play 1 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Easton Cowan on power play 1. Almost gave the puck away. Morgan Riley at the point. Over to Nylander. One-timer. Low. Didn't get too much on it. Cowan. Oh, I tried to keep the puck alive. Puck comes out. Unfortunate. Drop back to Matthews. Matthews gains the zone. Loses the puck. It's up. And it looks like the Penguins will clear. And they do. The length of the ice. Shots are 5-4 for the Penguins. The Leafs are on the power play. We got 1 minute and 18 seconds left on the power play. Leafs trying to do the drop back again. They do. Matthews with the puck. Gains entry. Cowan did not read it properly, and the puck goes the length of the ice again. Leafs struggling with their zone entries. I would give it to Nylander and let him go. I would give it to Nylander, give it to Tavares inside on the line, and go. And here comes Nylander. Busting up the ice. The Leafs cannot gain zone entry again, and it goes the length of the ice once again. 45 seconds left in this power play. No shot so far for the Leafs on this power play. I lied. There was 1 shot on the power play. Excuse me. Domi tries to dump the puck in. It hits the linesman who's standing in the way. And doesn't get it in. It's offside. Offside. Active sticks from the Pittsburgh Penguins as well. Credit where credit's due. I believe that was Connor Dewar, former Leaf, with the active stick. Nylander and Matthews talking on the bench. Nothing crazy, nothing animated. Just having a conversation. Why didn't you put that in? 30 seconds left on the power play. Robertson tries to dump it in. He loses the puck. Does not go the full length of the ice this time. Got OEL with the puck. Nick Robertson. Nice puts it in. Nice hard dump in that Jari couldn't handle. And now the Leafs have possession of the puck. Look at that. Look at that. And they lost possession. It goes the length of the ice. And we got 3:30 left in the period. That has been, that was a horrible power play for the Leafs, ladies and gentlemen. That was not what we want to see, unfortunately. Yeah, ref was in the way on that one. I mean, Leafs couldn't get anything going. 1 shot last on the last power play there. Puck is dropped once again. We're back full strength, 5-on-5. Leafs third line's out there for them. We got Christie saying, woo. Jonathan says, what do you think about the Blue Jays Game 7? I will discuss that in about 3 minutes' time at the intermission. We got lots to talk about in the first intermission, ladies and gentlemen, including a big update on David Camp. Please stay tuned for that. We'll discuss. I'm curious for everyone's thoughts on that as well. Got about 3 minutes left here in the first period. McMahon with the puck in. Dakota Joshua in on the forecheck as well. And Max Domi out there. I believe they're trying to change. Joshua's stuck out there. Penguins off to a good start this season. Leafs trying to get back to stringing some wins together. Why is everyone swinging at that puck in the air with their sticks? It's going to be a high stick. Carlo loses the puck again in the defensive zone. Ryan Shea behind the net. Good stick by Calle Yarncroke. Breaks up a what could have been a dangerous play to Ben Kindle. Man tries to chip it out. A lot of like weird, frantic plays from the Leafs defense tonight. Not liking it. Most notably, Brandon Carlo. It's in the net. Ben Kindle has put the puck in the net, but I believe it's either a high stick or something. Gloved in, high stick. That should absolutely not count. There's no way that counts. But I believe... I mean, they're saying it's 2-0 right now. They're saying it's 2-0. It might be off of a Leaf stick, they're saying. So puck comes in. I'm just watching the replay here, guys. Stolarz with the save. It could be Riley's stick that touches it. It really looks like Kendall touches this with his stick. Call on the ice is a good goal. Call on the ice is a good goal, and I'm not... Somebody touches that. Somebody touches that with their stick in the air. Oh, that's tough. You got to slow that down. I think Kendall does touch that with his stick. Everyone's batting at it with their sticks. What are you guys doing? It was like 10 feet in the air. Maybe not 10 feet. That's an exaggeration. Like 8 feet in the air. Stolarz with the new mask, watching the video board. Comes up. This is probably a better angle here. Riley does touch it. Kendall might touch it. Riley definitely touches it. And then it goes off Kendall and in. And off to the rest of the guys, because Blay and Morgan Riley and everyone else wants to play goaltender as well. Mark Savard is talking to the video coach. He does touch that. Ben Kindle touches that puck. That's a high stick. I'd like to see one more replay. That last replay I just watched, I don't know how far back people are. It's a high stick. After video review, it's a good goal. It is a good goal. I would like to... Looks like the Leafs might challenge. That last replay I just saw, Ben Kindle definitely touches that with his stick. I don't even think it's about that. I don't know if the Leafs are challenging this. We're getting one more replay here. Riley touches it. And I mean, the puck changes directions when Kindle swats at it. Do we not have any more than one angle on this? We don't have another angle of this? 1:57. They reset the clock here in the arena. We're getting the same angle, but slow-mo. So Riley touches it, and it kind of looks like Kendall touches it to me. Yeah. Goal stands. No review. No review. Riley certainly touches that with his stick, but I was wondering if Kendall did as well. 1:52 remaining. Another whistle as the puck got deflected up into the netting behind the net. Well, I called Ben Kindle scoring first. He wasn't first, but he did get on the board. Ben Kindle was playing for, I believe, Calgary last year. Calgary Hitmen, the WHL, and made the team out of camp. He was drafted last summer. This summer, excuse me. 2025 draft. Undersized forward as well. I say undersized, but, you know, 5'11" or whatever he is. Malkin with a slap shot from the point. 5-on-5. Nylander with a nice play to Easton Cowan. Cowan tries to get it back to Nylander. Good deflection. They're offside. Play continues. Dodgers, don't disrespect Stolarz like that. Come on, man. Although you're not wrong. Although the Penguins are now up to 8 shots. The Leafs with 4. Leafs look a little discombobulated now. Not a good start to this game for the Leafs. Blocked by Auston Matthews. Nice block. Cowan trying to get a change. He just lifts it out to center. Robertson is standing there doing nothing. Please move your feet. Crosby into the zone. Nice pass into the middle. Intercepted by Auston Matthews, and he's gone the other way. He's coming with speed. He gets it over to Nick Robertson. Back to Matthews. Curl off the crossbar. Off the crossbar. That looked like the old Matthews. Nice give and go with him and Robertson. Here comes the Leafs back the other way. Dumps it in. Brandon Carlo dumps it in. Shot on goal. So the shots are now 8-5. Although it wasn't a quality shot. 10 seconds left in the first period. Dumped behind the Leafs goal. Riley has it. Looks like he's trying to eat it. Kendall's trying to get it. Waz going to eat it. And that is the period, ladies and gentlemen. That is the period. 2-0 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Bit of an unlucky, I could agree with you there, Yang. I mean, pretty unlucky game. But, sadly, Leafs need to make a change in forward group and bring in a guy or two. It looks like it could be that. I mean, I think the answer's in the room at this point. I have to be honest. They got to figure this out. They have to figure this out. Unlucky first period. 2-0. They can come back from this. I have faith. We are now in the first intermission. I'm going to get into some updates here on David Kampf for those of you who have been patiently waiting for that. Shout out to over 70 of you in here right now. Not a great start. Leafs need to get back to their game. They had some momentum there, and then it quickly unraveled right after that failed power play. Keep you guys up to date when the period returns, when we return for the second period. I also want to mention, if you see on the bottom right of the screen there, you will see the subscriber count. We're at 23,454 at this point, so we've gained 5 tonight. Our ultimate goal by the end of the night is 23,500. So if you're new here, you want to stay up to date with everything going on with the Leafs, even if you hate the Leafs. I know you guys, I know you Leaf haters love to stay up to date with everything that they're doing for some particular reason. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it. Power play is not great right now. Is not going well. But let's get into some updates here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ladies and gentlemen, since we are at intermission. So here we are now. This is the lineup from a couple days ago. So a couple updates from tonight. This morning, I should say. Excuse me. Let me just turn my volume down here so I'm not distracted by the intermission here. But a couple updates for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So tonight morning skate, at this morning's morning skate, Scott Laughton was on the ice early before the main group, and he was practicing on, puck handling pucks, shooting. He was getting some work in, some edge work in, all of that stuff. So he's back on the ice. He's doing his thing. So that'll be interesting to see when he returns to the lineup. It could be this week. I felt bad for him that he wasn't able to, play against Philly on the weekend. But it looks like Scott Laughton could be nearing a return at this point. So we will keep our eyes peeled for that. Now, new update from Elliot Friedman. Also, should mention, obviously, Nylander playing tonight. Laughton was on the ice. Lorentz are all back on the ice after their injuries. Nylander's obviously playing tonight. Robertson on the first line. A couple updates here on David Kampf. Now, this is from 32 Thoughts. This was new this morning. So for those of you who missed this, this is the latest on David Kampf. For those of you who missed the original update, David Kampf obviously was sent to the Marlies, to the AHL at the start of camp because he was a cap casualty. So, they could bury half of his contract there in the Marlies, have those cap savings. With the money that he's making, he just shouldn't be on the roster. It doesn't make sense for this team, right? And there's other players that I think can fill not only that role in terms of penalty killing, defensive forward and stuff like that, but can also, score. So he's not here anymore, right? He was sent to the Marlies. So what happened was he played 4 games. He had an assist, all of that stuff. And he ultimately, he left the group. He left the team yesterday. That was the report. He didn't want to travel with them on their next road trip. He left the team. He's considering his options, what he wants to do, with his career and stuff like that. So this is from Elliot Friedman today, as you can see on the screen. I don't know exactly what was said or how it was communicated, but Kampf did leave the players with the Marlies with the impression that he was going to terminate his contract. That is from Elliot Friedman. He's not out of the Leafs lineup because he's not good enough. It's because they can't fit his salary and his roster spot in right now. We'll see how this plays out over the next few days. So David Camp is considering, okay, he sees like Sammy Blake come in, a bunch of these other guys, and he's thinking to himself, I'm never going to be back in the NHL with the way that my salary is structured with this contract. And he has another year left on that contract, by the way. Keep that in mind. So he's thinking to himself, I'm stuck here. And they've been trying to move him since the summer, actively trying to move this player, and nobody's taking him. And it's probably has to do with his current salary cap structure. So nobody wants this player. So I think he's making the decision to probably step away. Think, do I stay with this organization? Do I want to stay here? Do I want to continue to make 1 point, whatever he's making right now, 1.25 or whatever? Do I want to continue to do that? Or do I terminate my contract, sign for league minimum, or maybe $1 million, maybe a little bit more than $1 million somewhere else, and I can go play in the NHL? That's what he's considering right now. And it's looking like, from Friedman again, that it's headed towards a contract termination, that he is going to terminate his contract with the Leafs, and they'll be out from his salary, and he's going to go sign somewhere else and be with another team. That's the way it's looking right now. And, you know, all the credit in the world to him. I mean, I hope it works out for him, but tough situation. More on that. Friedman went on to explain that other agents believe this situation getting out publicly might actually help Kampf gauge his market. If he does end up terminating his deal, he could get a sense of what opportunities and salary range might be available to him elsewhere, potentially softening the financial loss. So that is another reason why he, did this, essentially. So that's the latest on David Kampf right now. We don't know anything else besides that, but it's looking like it's headed for a contract termination at this point. And in terms of David Kampf, Craig Berube spoke out on it this morning, and he said he doesn't feel like he wants to be down there. Like, he clearly doesn't. He wants to be in the NHL. So that's his decision. It's for him and Brad to figure out. So, yeah, I don't know what the head coach is going to do about that. But, yeah, that's it. That is the situation with David Kampf right now. So good luck to David Kampf. It looks like it's headed for a contract termination. Didn't work out here. It's a numbers game at the end of the day. He's a good player. He's in shape, right? All of those things. He comes into camp. He's a professional. So wish him the best of luck. Whatever he ends up wanting to do, if he comes back to the Marlies, I'm going to root for him, right? If he ends up back on the Leafs because there's a bunch of injuries, I'm going to root for him. But with him making $2.4 million, that's it, man. That's the end of the road for the guy. So wish him the best. But I think ultimately it'll be a contract termination, and that'll be it for David Kampf in Toronto. You can see this from Darren Dreger as well, that David Kampf rumors, it's more about just getting off of the money. So it has nothing to do with the player, none of that stuff. I haven't seen any rumors out there about David Kampf, but you hear things sometimes about certain players, and that's not the case with David Kampf here. So that's that. And if you just missed it, Scott Lawton is skating again, and so is Steven Lorentz. So that is your first period intermission on your Toronto Maple Leafs. It is 2-0 Pittsburgh Penguins after 1. And I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back. And I will leave you guys with some music for the time being. But we'll be right back for the second period. The Pittsburgh Penguins, like I mentioned, up right now 2-0. But yeah, I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, in just a couple seconds. All right, we are back. The second period is going to start in just a few minutes here, and we'll be locked in for that. I will get back to the chat here. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to give you guys that update on David Kemp, but we're back. Jimbo is saying that he would have Alex Nylander or even Travis Boyd above Kemp. I mean, I guess Kemp. I like the NHL experience, but again, looks like it's going to head for a contract termination. Jonathan wanted to talk about Game 7 of the Toronto Blue Jays. Listen, I mean, you got to close out that game in the top of the ninth. Even when you didn't do that and they tied the game, you had three times that could have ended that game. IKF has to slide in hands first on that play, but we can talk about it till we're blue in the face. But the fact of the matter is, guys, I have to be honest when I'm saying this. There was a lot of talk, and, you know, that analyst, I can't remember his name, forgive me, but, you know, he said the better team didn't win the World Series. I do agree with that to a degree. I mean, the Jays outscored the Dodgers. They were playing more like a team. They were making big plays, but the Dodgers have been there before. I'm always scared, even in hockey, even against the Leafs, like with the Florida Panthers, of teams that have been there and done that. There is something different. They have a different swagger to them. They make less mistakes. They might not be making as many big plays, but they make less mistakes. They shoot themselves in the foot less. So I'm always, you know, a little scared of teams that have been there and done that. These little things, like the mistakes that the Jays made running the bases, the mistake to not slide in hands first. These are things that if the Jays do, depending on what they do with their offseason, if they do get back to a World Series, depending who they're playing, you know, they could be the team that goes over next time because they were that close this time with no experience. So I think that goes a long way, and a lot of people don't like to talk about that. And, oh, they lost off technicalities, or they lost off the lodge ball and all that stuff. No. I think the Dodgers, while they didn't, their top guys didn't play great or make as many great plays as the Jays, they didn't make as many mistakes. So that's how I saw that series. And I'm hoping that the Jays, you know, go back next year, and I hope they do it again. I love it when the city of Toronto is, and not just the city of Toronto, but surrounding areas are so locked into a team like that. Everyone comes together. Everybody wants to party. And you get behind a team that, you know, everyone's pitching in, for lack of a better term, no pun intended, and doing their job. I absolutely love it. I hope they get back again, but I have to be honest, it you know, when it came down to it, those final two games, I think you would make, with the experience that they have now, you would make better decisions in the future. And they were playing a team that's been there, right? They've won. This is their third since 2020. So credit where credit's due to the Dodgers. Great run there from the Jays. And they were this close despite all of that. What an unbelievable team. And you better believe I got my Ernie Clement jersey on the way. That guy is an absolute stud for the Blue Jays. So excited to see what they do moving forward, and if they what they do in the offseason as well. And Nick's going to keep everybody up to date with that on Jays Digest as well. Robertson's got wheels, and Robertson does look pretty good on that first line. They're generating chances. Matthews hit the post. That could have been 2-1, very close to a 2-1 game to end that period. They got to get back to work here in the second period, though. That is for sure. Robertson giving energy to the top line. Dude is on fire. Absolutely, Jay Lee. He does look good. He should be playing in the top six. That's the type of player that he is. He just never got the opportunity on this team. He's getting it right now. He's got to make the most of it. Barger looks good. He's locked until 2030, thank goodness, because he was awesome. He was absolutely awesome. So, the second period is about to get underway here in a couple minutes. Do we have any predictions? Are the Leafs going to come back? Are the Leafs going to win this game? Erik Karlsson looks like he's back in Erik Karlsson form, ladies and gentlemen. Bar down goal there. But look at the Oilers in last year's final. They had been there and still made the stupid mistakes playing super tight on the stick. That's a great point, Christy. Absolutely. But they were playing the Florida Panthers. They won the Stanley Cup the year before that. They had been to a Stanley Cup final before that. the year before that. So that's that. But a great point. And I thought the Oilers, even after 3 games, I think when they were down, I still thought the Oilers were going to win. I thought it was their year last year, but I think it's a game of inches. I mean, the Jays could have won the World Series on like 3 different plays in that game 7. So it is at the end of the day that, but I think, there's certain plays that get you to that point where you could have won before then. That's kind of how I look at things sometimes. So, hey, they lost. You're on to the next, right? Great run. You can enjoy it for what it was. That's what it was. That's what it is. Leafs are down 2-0. Heading into the second period, but appreciate that, Christy, and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate everybody who's in the chat right now. Jonathan's saying, do you think that the Blue Jays are going to go back to the World Series? Well, if you asked anyone in 1993, they probably would have said yes. So I'm going to say yes. I think they will. I think they got some decisions to make in the offseason. Santander cannot come back. That brother played a handful of games. He can't come back. I think, you got to re-sign Bo Bichette. What's happening with that? So many rumors. Him to the Yankees, him to this team, him to that team. Got to re-sign Bo Bichette. And Dodgers are saying no. Well, how about the Dodgers won't go back? How about that? Dodgers Digest, since is Bo Bichette going to, since you got the crystal ball, is Bo Bichette going to re-sign with the Blue Jays? Is he going to re-sign? But I think you got to get him locked up. Obviously, Vladdy's locked up for 14 years. Clement's locked up, I believe, next season for, I think he has 1 year left on his deal. So a lot of the pieces are there. They went out and made a couple moves. I mean, Max Scherzer, does he return? He said that he doesn't envision that being the last pitch he's thrown. Does he return to the Jays? Their pitching staff was unbelievable. So, what was coming to the Dodgers? Yeah, with their mindset and their slogan, if you can't beat them, join them, I guess, maybe. Wouldn't want my team to be like that. I'm telling you that. I'd rather cheer for the underdog and get that 1 championship. Let's go Raptors, baby. Although they weren't really an underdog that year. They were second in the East and Kawhi Leonard. But anyway, Leafs need to start declining the penalties. Brutal power play for years now. Absolutely. The Leafs power play was actually 32nd in the league at this time last year. Take that in. Keep that in mind. They were last in the league in power play percentage at this exact point last year. Crazy. We're back for the second period, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Players and teams are back on for the second period. 2-0 Pittsburgh Penguins. We got goals from Erik Karlsson and Ben Kindle in the first period. One with about 4 minutes left in the period there from Ben Kindle. Kind of an awkward one as well. I think if Bo leaves the Jays, he's probably going to the Yankees or something. Unfortunately. Trade Tavares for Connor Bedard. Maybe. He doesn't have that experience. He doesn't have any playoff experience. Would you guys trade Connor Bedard for John Tavares? Puck is down for the second period. Sidney Crosby wins a draw against Auston Matthews. Shots are 8-5 for the Pittsburgh Penguins to start the second period. Puck down in the Pittsburgh zone. Caught by Stolars. We got another stop in play here. Perhaps digest. Puck is down once again. Penguins won the draw. That is Crosby on the draw. Simone Benoit to McCabe. I was thinking Brian McCabe. I couldn't. I was trying to find Jake McCabe, but I was thinking Brian McCabe. Crosby with the puck. Nice move. Gets it over to Karlsson, and the Penguins get a change. The Leafs have an opportunity here to catch them in transition. They do not take it. Myers. Nice pass. The Leafs are changing. That first line gets off the ice after a minute. Was that Crosby's 1700th point? Is that what that was? Or did he pick that up before? I feel like that should be a bigger deal if that's what that was. Letang a shot. Good save by Stolarz. Puck up into the corner. Malkin has it. Penguins are kind of playing with their food right now. I don't like this start to the second for the Leafs. Second period, notoriously the Leafs' best period, but ever since last year's playoffs, I would say arguably their worst period. In terms of eye test, it's been awful. Tip play, Malkin with the puck again. Winning a lot of puck battles. He is the leading scorer for the Penguins, and Stolarz swallows that up for another stop in play. Not too much going on. So puck is down once again, out shooting the Leafs 11-5 now. Leafs got to get something going here. This second line has to get going, I think, for the Leafs. Puck is down into the Penguins zone. Big save by Stolarz in front. Puck back the other way. Yeah, no, Chicago would never make that trade, Yang. It's just no way. Cowan try to make that play a little too slow with it. Nylander and Tavares trying to keep the play alive. Penguins get the puck down and down the length of the ice. That is icing. That is icing. It's going back down to the Penguins zone. I believe it's a third line starting on this offensive zone face-off, which sucks. Chris, I wish I knew. I feel like they're just holding their sticks a bit too tight right now. They gotta get going, man. But let me tell you, if I could fix the Leafs, I'd be very rich. But I just don't even know if I have the answer, to be honest. Puck is down once again. OEL, Jake McCabe on the near wall. Chipped down. Fourth line on the ice for the Leafs. John Croak in on the forecheck. Domi now chasing. Nice stick lift from Domi. Almost keeps the play alive and the play in the zone. Turnover from Sammy Blais. Slap shot from Ben Kindle wide. Another turnover from the Leafs. Not a good start to the second period for this team. And letting guys do whatever they want right now. Why does everyone have so much time and space? Bad pass from Calle Yarncroke. Loses the puck once again. It's in the neutral zone. Back on the near wall again. It's dumped back in. Stolarz tries to stop it. It's rimmed around the boards. OEL rims it back. Another giveaway to the Penguins on the near wall. It's behind the Leafs net. It's in the Leafs zone right now. Nice play by Malkin to keep the play alive. And the puck in on the blue line. Takes a shot just wide. Goes the length of the ice. Leafs are going to get a change. Leafs get a full change here. On the long change, first line's back out there. First line looks the same. No real line blending for Berube yet. Throwing across the crease. Back in the Leafs zone. The Penguins continue to cycle. Almost every single player has touched the puck on this play. One-timer. Big save from Stolarz, and it's stuck in him. Big save from Stoli. Brian Rust is hurt, and he is down in front of the Leafs net. Rust takes it in the back of the leg, I believe. shot from the point, so that's why he's slow to the bench. Defensive zone face-off won by John Tavares. Leafs are trying to escape their own zone. The Penguins have tons of pressure right now. Nylander gets the puck out. Deflected by Cowan. Deep into the Penguins zone, but they get it out quickly. Break it out quickly. Penguins are just moving the puck very quick. They're snapping it. They're snapping it around. We got an odd man break here for the Leafs. Here comes McCabe. He throws it in front. It's through the crease and wide. The Penguins are coming back the other way on an odd man rush. 3-on-2. Novak with a wide open shot. It's a good blocked shot from Easton Cowan, but it almost gets in the net. Bit of a track meet right now. Berube's losing his mind on the bench. Losing his mind. We got Nicolas Waugh chipping the puck in. Third line's going to work here on the forecheck. Here we go. We might get some sustained pressure here. I spoke too soon. Malkin skating the puck out. Malkin's been skating well tonight and all season long. He has 18 points so far for the Penguins in 13 games to start the year. Very impressive stuff. He's centering their second line with Mantha and Phil Tomasino. Tomasino's been a really good player for the Pittsburgh Penguins since he was picked up last season by Kyle Dubas from the... I can't remember if he was claimed off waivers from Nashville, but a good young player. Good pickup for the Penguins. He's buzzing around out there. Mantha tries to get it in. That looked ferociously offside. But it remains in the zone. Blake Lizotte back to the point. Owen Pickering gets it down low. Penguins are pretty much having their way on the cycle here in this second period, which is not good. They're just getting pucks towards the net. I mean, the shots are 12-5. The Leafs have not had a shot since the first period. We are about halfway through the second period. This is disastrous for a team that's down 2-1. That is definitely a hand pass. Play stays alive, I guess. Carlson slap shot, big save from Stolars. Leafs look completely discombobulated right now. I mean, just shots to the net. They're creating chaos. Leafs are chipping this out. They can't even get the puck deep. They can't even change. And now they're tired. Odd man rush the other way. Good play by OEL to break that up. Puck is deflected out of play. Dakota Joshua's on the ice there for 2 minutes. Berube is not happy. Giving it to them on the bench right now. Giving it to the boys on the bench right now. This is brutal. You needed to respond this period. We're at commercial break now. You needed to respond this period. And you came out flat. The Leafs, there's 13 minutes and 21 seconds left in this period. You're about halfway through this period. You have not had a shot on goal. You have not had a shot on goal since the first period. It's awful. Awful. Piece of success. Move your legs. Move your feet. Pucks in deep. High to low. Get your butt to the front of the net. Get your butt to the front of the net. Let's go, man. It's not that hard. It's such a simple game. Two 0 Penguins. The Penguins are outshooting the Leafs by more than double at this point. They are generating sustained pressure. They're basically having their way with the Leafs on the cycle in the offensive zone. And the Leafs have generated absolutely nothing this period. Have not had a shot on goal. And that is your commercial break update. There is 13 minutes and 21 seconds left in the second period. Penguins are up 2-0. Goals from Erik Karlsson and Ben Kindle in the first period. And Erik Karlsson's goal, if you haven't seen it, was actually pretty nice. Credit where credit's due. Bar down. Bar down. Coming back from commercial here. Dodgers, can we get some like positive can we get some positivity here in the chat, please? You guys had your parade today. I mean, like, we've gone through enough. We've gone through enough. We just got to be Leaf. That's right, Yang. We got to be Leaf, man. Defensive zone faceoff. We got Crosby versus Matthews once again. Puck is down, and Crosby has won the draw once again. Here comes Nylander. Shot attempts in the second attempts in the second period. Pittsburgh 15, Toronto 1. Shots are 13-5. The Leafs have not had a shot on goal since the first period, and they still don't have one here. They do have the puck in the offensive zone. This first line's trying to get to work. Matthews trying to win the puck. Good battle there from Auston Matthews. Nobody else skating on this line. Can we move our feet, Mr. Nyes and Mr. Robertson? Puck is back in the Leafs zone. They're regrouping here. And we get a change. I believe the second line is out now for the Leafs. Yep. Tavares in on the forecheck. Good hit on Erik Karlsson. Oh, man. Robertson trying to change. OEL gives the puck away. Odd man rush for the... Okay, they get out of it. I don't know if Robertson hasn't changed here or if he's on the second line now and Nylander's going to the top line. It's looking like... We'll see what he does here. Nice play up to Easton Cowan. Robertson's sticking with them, so he might be here on... He might be on the second line now. A second line of Nick Robertson, John Tavares, and Easton Cowan. Good breakout here. Nick Robertson through the neutral zone up the middle of the ice. Get a shot here. He does. He misses the net. The Leafs still do not have a shot this period. We are at 11 minutes and 40 seconds into the period. Or, sorry, left in the period. About 10 minutes in. Sammy Blais gets the puck up. Chipped in by Kelly Yarncroke. He gets to work. Here he comes in on Shea. Big hit. Yarncroke just looks so chaotic all the time. Like, reckless. That's the word I would use. Think we got an icing coming up here. Crosby's trying to beat out Carlo. He does not. It's an icing. Shots are 14-5 for the Penguins. The Leafs have not had a shot here in this period yet. Shot attempts are way worse than that. Way worse. Matthew Nyes lost his bucket and goes back to retrieve it. Christie's saying to be a Leaf. They can still win this game. They just got to start making the simple plays. They're trying way too hard. And move the puck. They got to move the puck. Nylander is on the top line now with Matthews and Nyes. So Berube has the blender out. He has made a change. He has, in fact, made a change. 2-on-1. Tomasino shoots off the post. Might have grazed the post. 2-on-1. Tomasino hits the post. Horrible change by the Leafs. What are we doing? What are we doing? Penguins are regrouping. Offside. Pittsburgh in the offensive zone. We got a stoppage here. 10:25 left in the second period. Yeah, see, so they're doing this again. Here's the odd man rush. They're showing it for the Pittsburgh Penguins 2-on-1. Riley pinches. Again, this is kind of what Berube was talking about before the weekend that, oh, Stolarz actually made that save. Did not go off the post. Nice save. The defense is pitching, but in an inopportune time with no one back or covering and no opportunity for someone. Like, no one knows Riley's jumping there. Like, you have to make it a little more obvious or communicate. Are they just not communicating? Puck hits the netting. Right off the face-off there. Profit, if I knew what was going on right now, I mean... This is not good. Got a face-off in the defensive zone. We got the third line out there. Nick Wall on the face-off. He wins the draw. Puck is out of the zone. And the boys are in on the forecheck now. This heavy third line of McMahon, Waugh, and Joshua. Waugh's... Commentators are saying, and forgive me for not, don't remember their names, but the commentators are saying that the Leafs are doing too much. And this is what I'm talking about. They need to simplify their game because this is Berube's game. They're doing too much. And individually, they're not playing like a team right now. They're trying to. They're snapping it around. But pit pocket by Malkin. He's in on goal. Big save by Stolarz. There is a delayed penalty coming up. I think it's OEL going to the box. It might be Phil Meyer, actually. I don't know what the penalty was. Light tap on the glove, perhaps. Penguins 6-on-5 right now. They maintain possession. I mean, this period is not going well for the Leafs. Picked off by OEL there, and we get a stoppage in play. Malkin in on a partial break. Picked off Nick Waugh there. Bit of a slash. Don't give up. Don't give up, guys. It's just like the Oilers. I should know. The Oilers always start like this as well, don't they? This is not good. Not a good game. And now the Penguins are going to the power play when we return from commercial. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, at least we got Keanu Reeves on a commercial to watch, right? Right, everyone? That's awesome. What do the Leafs need to do to find success in this game, ladies and gentlemen? What is the key to success? They got to simplify things, I think. I don't know what it is at this point. I'm speechless. This is a poor performance. This is a poor performance. I mean, like, this is one of the worst second periods I've watched. I mean, they had probably a worse second period earlier this season as well, which is insane. So, just brutal. Just brutal. No, the season has started great, but I mean, like, they always do this. They always do this. Every year they do this, but I'm expecting them to get out of the mud, and that hasn't happened tonight. That has not happened tonight. A lot of games in December as well. They got to get going here. It's going to be a tough season. They're going to need these extra bodies too. Considering they've been in on him, what do you think of Russ this game? He plays the right way. Like, he's driving the net. Why did he get injured on that last play? He was in front of the net, and he got hit with a shot from the point. The Leafs need more of that. So he does that. He plays heavy. He brings experience. He's won the Stanley Cup. He knows what it takes. These are the things, man. Lined up for the draw here in the defensive zone. Penguins on the power play here. Shots are Crosby has the puck all alone in the slot. That's not a recipe for success for the Leafs. Matthews and Nyes killing the penalty here for the Leafs. But yeah, Rusty, he knows what it takes to win. So I think he would be a good piece. Obviously, he's not showing that tonight, but I like them tonight. Like, he's skating. He you know, he can play on the power play. Nice save by Stolarz there. One-timer. And it's just going to get out. We got the long change in this period as well, so this is going to be tough for the Leafs. They got to get it the length of the ice. Carlson skating very well, too. Kendall with the puck all alone. He shoots. Big save by Stolarz. Matthews can't clear it. The Penguins remain with possession. The shots are now 17-6. Crosby with... Wow. What a play by Crosby. Little delay. Gets it to Malkin for the one-timer. Big save by Stolarz. Kendall scores from the circle. 3-0 Penguins. 3-0. 3-0 Penguins. Kendall with 2 goals, man. He, credit where credit's due, for me at least. I mean, it's a good player there. Too much time. This looks too chaotic. Somebody's got to settle this down. Somebody's got to fight. Somebody's got to drop the gloves. Can we get a fight? Can we get an ounce of give a Where's the given F meter? Where is it at? 0? Man. This game completely shifted after that power play. They had 0 momentum on the power play. Gave all of it back to the Penguins. Completely shifted in that moment. 3-0 Penguins. Absolutely brutal. He's not just... Appreciate you, Floris, or whatever your name is. Appreciate it. Stick around for a while. Gonna get to some comments here in a second as well. 3-0. Shots are 18-6 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So the Leafs have 1 shot on goal this period. Jimbo saying, I wouldn't be upset if they traded Matthews and Riley for picks. Tanked it and got a top 5 for next season. I can't see this team getting any deeper in the playoffs in the last 9 years. Here's the thing, Jimbo. I can, if they were to get to the playoffs. I mean, look at the Florida Panthers, for example. They had not the greatest season last year. I mean, they had still a good year, but they weren't first. So I can't see them being a better team in the playoffs. They'll get it together here. It's only early November. They do this every year. They had the exact same record last year, guys. And they had Marner on the team. I don't understand the narrative. Yet. I get it. But can somebody fight? Somebody drop the gloves, though. That's what I want to see right now. That's what I'm looking for right now. Somebody. I'm looking at Max Domi. You got to do it, man. Sorry. But I don't think they should do that. They also don't have a pick next year. A first rounder. A lot of these picks are top 5 protected, but you have to make sure that you get top 5. And, like, I mean, they win tonight. They're back in 3rd place. So, after a horrible start to the season. Yeah, the Leafs did play good, Profit, on Saturday. They had a solid performance. Got another break in play here. Interesting. Yeah, commentary team is talking about how the Leafs have not done much this period whatsoever. This isn't on Stolarz whatsoever. Yeah. Look, here we go. Okay, yeah. Now Malkin started it. Here we got a scrum now. Everybody's in here. Malkin pushed McCabe. He started it, but I mean the Leafs should finish this. But you're down and you're waiting for Malkin to shove somebody. They're up 3-0. You're waiting for Malkin to shove somebody in front to start this stuff? Come on, guys. Let's start. Get something going. This team is down 3-0. They have no life right now. And they're not even doing that stuff. Like, man. Try to create a spark. Get that 4th line out there. Drop the gloves and... Oh, he threw a punch. Malkin threw a punch at McCabe. Little scrum here. The Leafs have no fire. Like, shots are 20-6. They have nothing. They have absolutely no response tonight. Somebody's got to fight. If you don't fight, I don't know what to tell you. Gotta do something. Somebody throw a big hit. Kindle on the draw here. Leaf puck out of the Leaf zone here. I mean, they have an opportunity to bounce back here in the 3rd because they will have. I mean, they're on the long change right now. I don't know what happened to this team with the It happened in the playoffs, but I don't know what it was that changed. But it happened in the playoffs. Yeah, everyone's puck chasing. Nobody's playing their position. Here comes Matthews off the wing. Nice. It was a good opportunity. Good shot. Good opportunity. Tommy Novak back the other way. It's a one-on-one with him and Morgan Riley. Got some recruitments back the other way. Brunick with a shot from the point. Good save by Stolars. 21 shots to 7 now. Big hit by Phil Myers. Got the Leafs fourth line out there now with Nyes, who hasn't changed yet. Big hit by Tomasino on Morgan Riley behind the net. Game's opening up a little bit right now. Dumped in by Calle Yarncroke. He's in on the forecheck against the pairing of Brunick and Owen Pickering. Loses the puck. The puck's out to the neutral zone. I don't think it's that they've lost the desire to win. They don't hate to lose. I'm stealing it from Shoresy for sure, but man, is it ever evident with this team. They don't hate to lose. They don't. They do not hate to lose. Appreciate that, Chelsea. Thank you for tuning in. Try my best with this. I mean, you got to find humor in this team. Got to find humor in this team. Prophet says, actually, I'll get to it in a second. Sorry, Prophet. Give me 1 second here. I think the Leafs are going to get scored on again. Nope, never mind. Good defensive stick from Domi, I believe. With a more veteran team, I feel the team won't give it as much in the regular season and turn it on in the playoffs. That's my 2 cents. I mean, oh, big block by Sammy Blais. I mean, it's true. You see it all the time. Look at the Panthers. I mean, at least they have the luxury of saying, we've been here. So, like, people can relax a little bit and be like, okay, yeah, they'll get it done when it matters the most. But you look at the Panthers, you look at other teams in the past. I mean, how many times did the Penguins, when they were winning cups, finished first in the division? Or even in the league, you know what I mean? Like, it's... Look at the Canadians right now, riding high on the top of the Atlantic Division. Are they, going to stay there? I don't know. And, oh, nice play. How did McMahon not score that? Second wide open net of the night. Great play from John Tavares over to Bobby McMahon. The blender is out with these lines once again. Nylander's back out with... I think they've gone back to the original second line of McMahon, Tavares, and Nylander. That's who's on the ice right now. Matthews getting ready to go. Tavares is off, so never mind. Never mind. But yeah, I do think there could be something to that, Prophet, for sure. But you got to make the playoffs. Start winning some games. They're only 2 points out of third right now in the Atlantic. Just keep that in mind. Matthews in. Shoots. Big save by Tristan Jarry. Nice opportunity. Matthews is getting a couple shots here now. Nylander kind of trips Dewar, I guess. The Penguins are going back to the power play, and it kills any momentum that the Leafs were trying to build in the last couple shifts. Ben Kindle has put the... We're going to commercial, and Ben Kindle has put the Penguins up 3-0 on the power play, and the Penguins are headed back to the power play. I don't know how Bobby McMahon did not score there. I don't know. Yeah, Prophet. That's great. Not only does he not score, I mean, I would get it if it was a big save, but I think he missed the net. I didn't see it. They didn't show a replay, but I think he missed the net. You have to score there. You must score there. You got to put that in the back of the net, brother. That is devastating. That is devastating. Could be, in terms of missing open nets, could be 3-2. Could be 3-2. Let's get some yeses or nos in the chat. Yeah, he just missed, Prophet. I think he just missed the net. Let's get some yeses or nos in the chat. And they're coming back from commercial, and Berube looks absolutely distraught. Like, this looks like a man that's on the brink. It's a bit of a slew foot, I guess. Not a slew, like, kind of. But yeses or nos in the chat. Are the Leafs going to come back? I'm not giving my thoughts. I'm not giving my thoughts. Just yes or no in the chat. Y'all let me know what you think. Yes or no? Leafs are done. Okay, well, that's one way to answer that. Crosby wins the draw back. Penguins are on the power play. William Nylander off for hooking. They call that hooking? Hooking. Edward says no. Prophet says yes. Terry saying the Leafs are done. That could mean many things. That could be for the whole season. Who knows? Great deflection play in front. A better save from Stolarz, who's been really good tonight and looks pissed off getting up. Jonathan saying yes. Double yes. Double yes. Terry saying that the Leafs are showing no emotion or care in the world. See a little bit of that right now, that's for sure. I mean, right now, I see it often. It sucks. Auston shoots it from the point, deflected wide by a Leaf. Stolarz makes the save and covers it. There's a bit of a scrum here. Phil Myers is trying to put Ben Kindle into the net. Did not, was not successful there. Was not successful trying to put Ben Kindle in the net. Puck is down once again in the defensive zone. And puck is out of play. That was quick, short-lived. Jack saying another stellar lack of effort from the Leafs. This may be a longer year than most expect. I'm not panicking yet. I will panic. Full disclosure, guys, on the channel for everyone who tunes in every day. I will only panic in December if they lose as much as they did in October and November. I will only panic in December. Some great plays here from another big save. So Stolarz is at least hot right now, which is good. He is at least hot, which is good. He's getting his reps in. Stolarz is going to be not happy in the dressing room. Not happy. Getting ready for the intermission here. We got a minute 12 left in this second period. Leafs down 3-0 defensive zone face-off. Nicolas Waugh wins the face-off. The puck is sent down, not all the way, to the Penguins' blue line. Last minute of play in the second period. Nick Waugh takes it off, pokes it down into the zone, takes it off Erik Karlsson. He should be going for a change. Both of them probably should have went for a change. We are nearing the end of the nice, good defensive stick by Calle Jarnkrok to break up the play, and it's back into the Penguins zone. They're regrouping. 10 seconds left on the power play. 35 seconds left in the period. Shots are 24-8 for the Penguins. 3 shots on goal for the Leafs in this period. Another save from Stolarz in the slot. 20 seconds left in this period. Nylander with a shot from like the blue line, just awful, rims it all the way around. Power play is over. We're back to full strength. Roughly 10 seconds left here in the period. Stolarz with a crazy stretch pass to Nylander, who gets it to Waugh. He's taken down. No call. Fans are booing. Not the Leafs. I think it's the call. Non-call. And they might be booing the Leafs off the ice now. That is it for the second period. The Leafs have to try and win. At least have to score 4 goals now in one period to win this game, or maybe overtime. Captain Obvious with that, but yeah, Berube is not happy. I mean, he is going to. The paint's coming off the wall in that dressing room at the second intermission. That's just horrific. Absolutely horrific. Okay. Grading system, like we're in school, ladies and gentlemen. A plus. Maybe it's an A minus. It's not even close to those two, but what are we ranking that period? What are we grading it? What are we ranking that period? I'm getting it as a solid D minus. That is a solid D minus of a period right there. Horrific. Absolutely horrific. 3 shots on goal for the Leafs. They finally started generating some pressure. They take another penalty. I also haven't seen Easton Cowan in a while. Tough look. Tough. Yeah, bad penalty from Nylander, that's for sure. Paul Bissonnette is describing this performance from the Leafs as pathetic. Pathetic. It's not that Cowan is playing bad. He's not, but he should be playing big minutes in the AHL for his development. That's where I'm at too, Jimbo. I didn't say, I didn't mean that. If anyone took that as if I was saying Cowan is playing bad, I just mean he's not playing, right? Because it's very situational. If they're always on the penalty kill, he's not going to play. And then if they're looking for a goal, they might not they might load up lines with certain guys. He's not going to play. How's that good for his development? He could be playing top minutes with the Marlies. But then you need another guy on the Leafs to be scoring. They get no contributions from guys that they need contributions for. They just don't. They don't. It's tough. Nylander with a tough penalty as well. I don't know how that was called a hook, though. Let's be honest here. That is a interesting one. Interesting call. I didn't hear this, but apparently from a Penguins beat reporter, a "Let's Go Blues Jays" chant was going on during that second period. So, hooray. Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back in just a few minutes. I'll leave you with some music, but I'll be right back. We got to all recharge. Positive vibes here. Positive vibes in the chat. We got to recharge here for this third period. The Leafs, they got at least a couple goals in them. I know it. They have to come up with a better effort. If they don't, it's going to be a story tomorrow. It's going to be a story. So somebody's going to hear about it. So anyway, I'll leave you with some music. I will be right back. Let's see what they can do. And I know they need a goal and Michelli's not in the game. So there you go. But I will be right back. All right, I am back. I am locked for this third period. Whether the Leafs win or not, I'll be here. So, just like my entire life, unfortunately. But Chelsea, I didn't know you were a Penguins fan. I appreciate you tuning in to watch this watch along. Obviously, Toronto Maple Leafs themed, but appreciate that. But unfortunately, like you a little less now. So, because you're a Penguins fan. How is Kyle Dubas? Like, what's your honest opinion on Kyle Dubas? Because obviously on his way out, I mean, people were very... I like some of the moves he made at the end, but I think overall, like, he took the team in a certain direction that I don't think they could have won with, but I think that he's learned a lot of lessons, and he was very young when he was GM of the Leafs, so that is what it is. But anyway, every game, they make a change. Very bad. No chemistry. It's from Radislav. I hope I pronounced that right, but thank you for tuning in. They're not showing much chemistry. They're trying to find pairs, and not much is going right. Hall, Sparks, and Clarkson. Clarkson, man, Jimbo, people used to... Aki Berg. I mean, who's the other guy? Who's the defenseman? I can't remember now. Since 2007, that's around the Fleury years with the gold pads there. But yeah, Jimbo, I like David Clarkson. They could use David Clarkson going after someone for touching a water bottle right now. They could use that type of energy. These guys do not hate to lose. The Toronto Maple Leafs do not hate to lose. That is the problem. That's the problem. That is actually the problem. Nobody likes to talk about that. We'll talk about Marner's got to leave. And I mean, well, that was a problem too, because he doesn't hate to lose either. He's going to go to Vegas and he's going to find out that they hate to lose. And then that's going to be a problem. But they don't hate to lose. It's not even about winning. Oh, I want to win. You have to, like, despise. It has to make you sick to lose in any fashion. You think Sidney Crosby likes losing? It makes that guy sick. That he was even contemplating, I'm sure, and there was people in his circle this summer, it kept coming out, that were telling him to leave the Penguins, and look at the start that they're on. It makes him sick. Garbage. Yeah, and I still think that Matthews is a good captain in terms of he leads by example. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard stories, and I don't want to be that guy that, oh, my cousin works for MLSE, or I know somebody who knows a guy or whatever. I don't want to be like that. But I've heard stories from people that work or know people around the team, stuff like that. He leads by example. He's a hard-working guy. And I still think that he's a good leader in that way. But I think that overall, the way he came into the NHL, this organization under Kyle Dubas, Brendan Shanahan, gave him, Marner, a bunch of other guys, the keys to the city and said, they literally did the Chicago Blackhawks. They went the Blackhawks route, but before winning a cup. They said, here's all the money, everything you want. Are you guys comfortable? Are you okay? Are you okay? You want a coffee? Do you want another $10 million? Right? Like all of that. Please win us a cup. Okay, guys, here's everything. We dropped everything off. Here's the house. Here's the keys. Please win us a cup. It doesn't work like that. The Blackhawks only got their $10 million contracts. Taves, Kane, Keith, all of those guys only got their contracts after they won the 3 cups. 3 cups. In 6 years, they were given the keys. And these Leaf players were given the keys at the start of their career. Near the start of their career, maybe 3 or 4 years in. We're given the keys, and it was literally like, what do you want? What would make you happy? What would make you comfortable to bring us a cup? And they said, give me $50 million across 4 guys. Give us everything we want. Please, please, please win us a Stanley Cup. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. It doesn't. It just doesn't work that way. Tucker's still the best 16 in Toronto. Marner, he broke some records. Individual records. Matthews wouldn't even defend himself in a fight. Well. No, I just don't think he wants to fight. He also, I don't think it's a secret that he, surgically repaired his wrists, right? He shouldn't be fighting. Gretzky never fought. I mean, you can look at some of the other guys. I mean, Kachuk will drop the gloves and You know, all these other guys. Kachuk is a unicorn though. Those guys are unicorns. But you shouldn't have to fight. Guys, Leafs will catch up. See you guys once there is 5 minutes left in the third. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'd be nice. Be nice if they came back. Be nice if they came back and gave us a little surprise here. Next Monday on Prime, Monday Night Hockey, Blue Jackets and Oilers. Yeah, it was a good combination. Hockey was different back then. Even hockey was different 15 years ago, Jack. Like, not even that long ago. 10 years ago. It kind of got weird 10 years ago, actually. It was more speed and skill. I think it's kind of gone back a little bit to, like, obviously the way Florida plays. It's a good mixture of everything for sure, but he needs to fight when challenged. He doesn't need to go looking for it. Yeah, when challenged for sure. Like that thing with Stamkos, it was like, we're fighting, and therefore he has to fight, right? But he can't go looking for a fight. That doesn't make any sense. And even if somebody comes to him and is like, yo, let's drop the gloves or whatever, like if I was Matthews, I would go to the bench and be like, hey, this guy's asking me to fight. Like, are we serious right now? Like, somebody else go deal with this. So, which kind of like if it comes to playoff time, I think you have to handle your own battles. That's for sure. Because if you start, pawning that off on teammates and stuff, people are going to be like, what the hell? But that's a team, man. That's a team. Guys got to stand up for each other. They're blocking shots though. They are doing some of this stuff. But I think ultimately they kind of botched the development of some of these guys. Not in terms of skill. They were always skilled, but in terms of they were given the keys, all this money, like I was just talking about, like they went the Blackhawks route, but they gave them all this money before they actually got anything done. And they just kept the team together. Like there's no consequence, there's no accountability, right? They just kept the team together. Oh, eventually we'll break through. And Shanahan, if anyone watched the Prime face-off episode about the Leafs and Brendan Shanahan, he's not wrong in terms of like, if you look at other teams and other sports and through history, like giving up on certain guys, trading them, whatever, and then those guys win Stanley Cup somewhere else or championship somewhere else. I get that stuff. But man, I knew in 2021 this group wasn't going to get it done. It's 2026 the next time that they hopefully hit the playoffs. 5 years ago, I knew that they weren't going to be able to do it, and then you kept it together for another 4 years. 4 years. Here we are, though. Well, we're about to head into the third period. Let's get yeses or nos in the chat. Are the Leafs going to... I was going to say tie the game. Are the Leafs going to score a goal tonight on Tristan Jarry? Tristan actual Jarry. Are they going to score a goal tonight? Get it in the chat. Yes or no? Will they score a goal? Robertson misses a wide open net. McMahon misses a wide open net tonight. It might just not happen tonight. I had some fun stuff planned for the stream. And it might not happen tonight. Rally Performance is saying no. Jimbo saying Shanahan blew it even more than Dubas. I think Dubas learned from his mistakes where Shanahan did not. You could tell by the end. I think I'm a reasonable person. I think you could tell by the end of Kyle Dubas' stint with the Leafs, he was learning things. He was making different types of moves. But I think there was still a problem with the team. Still a problem. And Ryan O'Reilly, a couple of those guys, Luke Shen, they left. They left. You know, something was in that room, man. Got to get a goal here. At least one. Please. Please. Yeah, Jimbo. Perfect. Jim, this is how I know you're a Leafs fan. You watch this team. That is exactly what's going to happen. I love it. That's like the thing last year where they won in Game 6. And everyone was like, well, they just did that to lose in 7. It's the exact same thing. Exact same. We're back for the third period, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting set here. To start, the teams are back on the ice. We got a Go Leafs Go chant going in the arena. Not really, though. It's more just prompted by the Games Off people. The way this game is going, I would probably cash that out, Jake. But don't listen to me. Don't make that financial decision based on what I say. Whew. Crazy. Third period has started. The puck is down. We got to stoppage right away, though. Puck in the offensive zone for the Leafs here. Never mind. It's out to the neutral zone. Brandon Carlo has the puck. We got some different defense pairings to start this period. We have Brandon Carlo with Jake McCabe. Matthew Knies is with William Nylander and Auston Matthews. Carlo with the shot. There's a save from Tristan Jarry. Leafs are giving away the puck. Like, they'll get one and dones and they'll give the puck away. They don't have any sustained pressure offense. Nylander to Tavares in the slot. Tavares is now on for Matthews. Matthews got to change. Now we have a little bit of sustained pressure. There you go. You gave the puck away again. These are low percentage chances. Toss it with purpose to the net. With purpose. No icing there. Puck down behind the Leafs goal. We got a second line of Nick Robertson, Bobby McMahon, and John Tavares right now. That is our second line for this period. Yeah, 3 goals. I don't know. I don't think that... I'll remain optimistic. Yeah, 8 shots through 2 periods. It's crazy. It's crazy. They still don't... I mean, they have 9 right now. McMahon cuts to the middle. That's a nice play. Robertson with it. Big save from Tristan Jarry. It was a light shot. Didn't get everything on it. Fourth line out there now, led by Max Domi at center. Fourth line now consists of Max Domi, Easton Cowan. Sorry, I think this is the third line. Dakota Joshua. Maybe it is the fourth line. Blender's out. Blender is out for the third period. I expect nothing less. Huge save by Stolars. Huge save, sprawling spread eagle. Puck comes off the end boards to the front. I don't know who shot it, excuse me, for the Penguins, but comes right across. Spread eagle makes a big save with his blocker. Get one for this guy. They have 27 shots. And you just broke double digits. Shots are now 27-10. Get one for this guy. This is what I'm talking about. Stolars is not a problem. Not a problem. A lot of people are like, oh, he's playing too many games and stuff like that. I've seen that narrative kind of pop up a little bit on socials too. Give me a break. This guy can, first of all, he can handle it. He's not going to play like, you know, the best goalie in the world every single game. This is going for icing. Carlo gets it for icing. We got to help him, man. I don't know if it's a distraction, Chrissy, with Tanev, because he's okay. They know he's okay. And you have capable NHL defensemen, man. You do. Say what you want about, like, Benoit or even Myers. I mean, Myers just does his job. That's a big save by Stolars. Go check that save out if you haven't. Go check that save out. Riley throws it to the front of the net, but Jarry makes the save. Had a break in play there for a second. After second period, while leading, the Penguins are 5-0-0 and the Leafs are 0-5-1 this season. We have a stoppage in play here. Shots 27-10 for the Penguins still. You know what would be nice right now? An Auston Matthews goal. That'd be really cool right now. Come on, Auston. Matthews scores! Scores! Did I just call that? Auston Matthews scores. Scores. 3-1. 3-1 on a breakaway. 5-hole. There it is. 3-1. The Leafs are back in it. All it takes is one. The momentum shifts. Nice play from Jake McCabe. Gets it up to Matthews. 5-hole. There it is. There it is. The Leafs are on the board. Let's get a Go Leafs Go in the chat. The momentum shifts now, ladies and gentlemen. The momentum shifts. They're gonna string some shifts together here. That's a nice goal. Nice goal. There we go. Let's get a Go Leafs Go in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go now. Leafs are back in the game. 3-1. 3-1. Should probably update the score, huh? There it is. Auston Matthews. I mean, I was like, you know, it'd be great right now, an Auston Matthews goal. And then he scored immediately. Hey, you know what'd be great right now? A Simone Benoit goal. That would be crazy. That would be insane. He's not on the ice. He's not on the ice. That would be crazy. You know what would be insane right now? If Easton Cowan scored. That would be nuts. Here we go. Tavares to McMahon to Riley. Riley shoots. Big save by Tristan Jarry. It's in his glove. It's in his glove. It's in his glove. Very deceptive shot from Auston Matthews. He's done this before against the Lightning last year. He comes through the middle of the ice. He gets the breakaway. And it looks like he's going to absolutely rifle it bar north or bar down, depending how he feels on that particular day. And it goes right through the wickets. I love it. That's a great shot. That's what he can do. I just wish he did it more consistently recently. His 7th of the season. That's his 10th point in 13 games so far this season. So the Leafs are back in it. We have some sustained pressure from the Leafs now. And they score again. Nylander scores. We're back in it. We are back in it, ladies and gentlemen. Nylander scores. It's 3-2. Let's get a Go Leafs Go in the chat. Let's get a Go Leafs Go in the chat. "12 shots on goal, but this is what they can do. This is what they can do when they're on. Here we go. Let's get it. Spam. Go Leafs Go in the chat. Let's go. This is how quickly momentum can shift. 3-2. They have almost 30 shots, and the Leafs have 12, and they're back. Nylander gloves this down, throws it on the backhand off the post and in. The Leafs are back in it. Here we go. Pittsburgh has taken a timeout. Pittsburgh has taken a timeout to settle the troops. It is 3-2. Let's get a Go Leafs Go in the chat here. Momentum shifts very quickly. I love it. There we go. 3-2. "15 minutes left in this third period. Pittsburgh has just called a timeout, and all of a sudden, it is 3-2. Two quick goals from the Leafs. One from Auston Matthews, 5-hole. The other just now on the backhand from William Nylander. The shots are 27 for the Pittsburgh Penguins and 12 for your Toronto Maple Leafs. And we're just coming back from the timeout now, and they're about to drop the puck. Pittsburgh looks like... Oh, they're challenging this. They are challenging. What are they challenging for? Matthews keeps the puck alive. Shot low. Nylander... What are they challenging? Oh, they didn't challenge. Okay, plays on. It looked like they were going to challenge. You know, it would be crazy if they scored again. If they scored again, it would be crazy, guys. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to name a person a minute 16 in between goals. I'm not naming a player, but it would be wild if they scored again. It would be absolutely insane. I'm curious about that challenge thing. Maybe they said they weren't going to challenge. It looked like they were. I don't know. Robertson's in on the wing here, and he kicks it to McMahon. This new look second line. Robertson cutting in. He's behind the net. He loses the puck. In on the forecheck, though, here comes McMahon. Robertson has been pretty active with the stick tonight, intercepting pucks. Nylander, his 4th goal of the season. He has 17 points to start this season. He's only played 10 games. He missed 3 games with his injury. Chelsea, I would love overtime. That would be awesome. Actually, I'd prefer to just win in regulation. That would be much better. But cut off here. McMahon was trying to dump the puck in. The puck is back behind the Leafs goal. Stolarz comes out to play it. Wraps around. Here comes Robertson with some speed. It looks like he wants to change, though. He gets the puck in deep. Jari has it. He puts it back up the ice on the near wall. Tied up by Benoit was Connor Dewar, former Toronto Maple Leaf. And Jake McCabe will break the puck out by himself. Gets it over to Nylander. Nylander chips it in. Leafs lose possession of the puck once again. First line's out there trying to make something happen once again. Quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that the Toronto Maple Leafs play the top 5 ranked Utah Mammoth. We got a break and play here, and they're going to commercial. But just like that, the Leafs have made it 3-2. Jonathan saying that he thinks the Leafs are going to come back and win this game. Christie saying that, well, just believe. And I believe in that. But yeah, hopefully Benoit scores. When was the last time Benoit scored? February of last year, perhaps? I think it was February of last year. We need a Benoit goal for my sanity. That would be the icing on the cake. Benoit scores and the Leafs win in overtime. Oh man, that would be awesome. Just like that, the Leafs are back in it. Love to see that. I think the Leafs are going to come back and win this game. Right back in it. This is what they can do. They've turned momentum a little bit, and this is probably something that they talked about in the intermission, but got to continue doing it here. Let's see what they can do. The playoffs versus Ottawa. Oh, right. Thanks, Leafs Digest. What was the last regular season goal? Yeah, game 3. Game 3 in overtime. Toronto Maple Leafs next game is on Wednesday versus the Utah Mammoth. Utah Mammoth. For my bet, just keep it like that or let them go to overtime. Well, let me tell you, we're back from commercial, by the way. They're about to drop the puck here in just a second. Let me tell you this. It's not going to go 18 innings. So we won't be here that late, even if it goes the distance tonight. So, but appreciate all of you hanging out here. Puck is down. We're back from commercial. And we get another stoppage in play. I should probably be doing a watch along on Wednesday as well. We'll keep you up to date with a community post here on the channel, but I do believe I will be live again on Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see. We're gonna do a mixture this year of, for those of you who've been here for a while, our post-game streams, which were a lot of fun last year. And we're going to have a mix of live watch-alongs, which were fun. Oh, pass in front to Nyes. He just misses. Nylander, one-timer, scores! Tie game! Just like that. This is what the top guys can do. This is what the top guys can do. One-timer from the point. Tie game. 14 shots for the Leafs now. Crosby looks not great. Not great. Tie game. It is 3-3. Nylander ties the game. His second goal of the night. His 18th point of the season. I don't even know. At this rate, I don't even know if we're going to overtime. Man, that was a spirited second intermission. What did they say in the room? Oh. There it is. Let's get a Go Leafs Go in the chat. Let's spam a Go Leafs Go, please. Let's get a Go Leafs Go going in the chat here. Play has resumed. 3 goals in a span of 3 minutes and 24 seconds of game time. Yeah, that 5-0 game against Columbus, I remember that. They were down 5-0 in the third. They came back and tied it and lost in overtime. Thanks, Ilya Samsonov. Tie game. We got a game here, Chelsea. We weren't going to get away with this one too easily. Got a game here. Now, if I'm the Penguins, I'm looking at my goaltending and I'm going, what the hell? We had this game. Here comes McMahon now, one-on-one. He turns around. Oh, pass in the slot. Wow, shoots. Oh, my God, what a save. Now we're in it. Now we got a game. Waugh shoots. That either went off the crossbar or off of Jari's glove. He was alone in the slot. That was a nice play from Nick Robertson and Bobby McMahon. Chipped in. I do believe this is going for icing, and it is icing. It's going to come back to the Leafs zone. And we got 12 minutes left here in this third period. I almost called it the second period. Great play by William Nylander on that second goal. You just got to put it to the net. I thought that was a lost play there on that third goal, and just an absolute missile from the point from Nylander. You know what, Jack? I don't know. I don't care where the goals come from any particular night. All I know is there's a lot of guys on this team that make a lot of money to score goals, and they're doing it tonight, so I appreciate that. At least they're playing with more intensity now. They're playing, the physicality is ramped up a lot, which I like. You need that. 5th goal for Nylander this season. He has 18 points in 10 games. Worth the money. I'd say what you want about him defensively, but Blaze just absolutely destroyed somebody. Delayed penalty here. Carlson got a high stick, maybe? Sammy Blais is going to get a penalty here. We have a delayed penalty. Play continues. 11 minutes left. I hope this does not derail what they have built so far in this game offensively. I really hope. The Penguins are going back to the power play here with 11 minutes left in this third period. No commercial. We're headed right to it. Vares will be the next goal scorer for this Leafs team, and they will win this game. Penguins to the penalty kill. We're lining up for the draw. It's Crosby against Matthews again. Matthews wins this one back. Good win. 5 shots on the power play for the Penguins tonight. They are 1 for 2 on the power play. This, I believe, is their third opportunity. Shots are now 27-15, so we're making progress here. What's up, Jake? Love from Amsterdam. We got a 2-on-1 kind of developing here. Matthews pulls it, shoots, saved by Tristan Jarry, and it's up off the netting and out of play. Who scores next in this game? Both teams. Who's everyone got? I'm going JT. Nice drives the net there. That was a good play. Good stick by Matthews. Been on more of a 2-on-2. You had Malkin coming back. Big save. Puck goes out of play. Face off in the offensive zone now. You got Yarncroke and Waugh killing the penalty with the pairing of Phil Meyer and Simone Benoit. Auston Matthews, by the way, after scoring tonight, needs 12 more goals to tie Matt Sundin. 12 goals to tie Matt Sundin. He's going to do it this year. He's going to break the Leafs' all-time goal-scoring record this season. 28 years old. Wild, man. Absolutely wild. Malkin tries to put it in front, blocked by Benoit. Crosby gets in front, big save by Stolarz, and now they're defending their goalie. Myers has something to say to Crosby. 10 minutes left in this third period. 3-3. Shots are 28-16 for the Penguins. And we got about a minute left here on the power play. "56 seconds to be exact." That was legal in the 70s. That was legal probably in the 80s, Jimbo. That was legal probably in the 90s. That was legal up until the 05-06 lockout, I think. Malkin shoots another big save from Anthony Stolarz. He swallows that up. And we get another stoppage in play. I wonder if Biz called into the dressing room in the second intermission and said, "Boys, let's get going here." Hey, so if the Leafs pull this out and win this game, even get a point, Stolarz, if they win, Stolarz better get that belt. Stolarz better get that belt tonight. We got, I think this is the 30th shot coming up here. Another save. Another big save from Stolarz. 61 shot attempts for the Penguins tonight. What an effort by Matthews to get the puck out. That's the stuff we're looking for here. That is the stuff we are looking for. Another block. And he gets it out. This is what we need. This is what we need. Crowd getting behind the boys and Matthews on that play. 10 seconds left in the power play for the Penguins. They gain the zone. Crosby has the puck. Back to Karlsson. 1 second left. We are back to full strength. Karlsson shot blocked. We got an odd man rush going the other way. Waz coming with Yarncroke. Yarncroke loses the puck. It's going to the net. Jari plays it. Play is still alive. 8:50 left in the third period. It is 3-3. 31 shots for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Anthony Stolarz standing on his head so far tonight for the Leafs. Big hit from Joshua on Letang. Gets the puck out. Here we go. Easton Cowan to Max Domi. It's down behind the Penguins' net. Domi wins the puck battle. Here comes Joshua. Keeps the puck alive. It's circled around. Shot on goal. And we got a breakaway situation here for Anthony Mantha. Great diving play from Simone Benoit and a save from Anthony Stolarz. Another big save from Stolarz on Blake Lizotte. Gobbles it up, and we got some of the rough stuff going now behind the net. Wow, the crowd is back into it. The Leafs are back into the game. We are headed to commercial. And I just want to remind everyone watching, thank you everyone who is in here watching along. We're nearing the conclusion of this game. About 8 minutes left, whether we go to overtime or not. We'll see what happens. Should be an exciting ending. But just a reminder, our goal tonight was to hit 23,500 subs. We're close to it. We're close to it. We're about 33 away at this point. So if you're new here, you want to stay up to date with everything that's happening with the Leafs or around the NHL, go down below, hit that free subscribe button. Costs you nothing. There's so many subscriptions that cost you so much money these days. This costs you nothing. Hit subscribe. You get to stay up to date with everything that's going on with the Leafs. And you get more streams like this. Get to hang out, talk some hockey. Well, that was eventful. The Leafs in 3 minutes and 24 seconds of game time have gone from 3-0 to tying the game 3-3. And we are so back. We are so back. Love it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Stoli with the big saves. Great job enjoying it. Go Leafs. Thank you, guys. I know there's a lot of people probably watching right now that are not active in the chat as well, and I appreciate you as well. You know who I'm talking about. And yeah, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun. Well, this third period's been a lot of fun. This was actually quite miserable for about 40 minutes here, but 40 minutes of game time at least. But we're about to drop the puck here. Back from commercial. First line's getting the call again. He's back on the ice. Auston Matthews. That line has been hot. Him and Nylander together, they have been generating some chances, and obviously Nyes there as well. But that first line is going back out there. Ride the hot hand, right? Why not? Getting it done tonight. 2 new subscribers there as well. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys. Let's see what the Leafs can do here. Puck is down. Matthews won the draw back. The puck is now out of the Leafs zone, but the Penguins are bringing it back into the zone. Dumped in by Erik Karlsson. Back behind the Leafs net. Carlo gets it up to Nylander, who flicks it out of the zone and out of play into one of the benches. And there's another stoppage in play. See what the Leafs can do here to hopefully close out this game. Play has resumed. This puck looks like it's going for icing, and it is icing for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Back in the Leafs zone, I should say. It's icing for the Penguins. Is it for the Penguins? Is it for the Leafs? Icing against the Leafs. 33 shots to 17 now. I don't like the idea of this game going to overtime. I think the Leafs could win this in regulation. Should aim to try and win this in regulation. Ride the momentum. And Matthews against Malkin here in the defensive zone. Setting up for the draw here. Matthews wins it. Matthews has been pretty good in the dot against Crosby tonight as well. Malkin has too much time and space. Here comes Kindle to the net. He kind of runs into Stolarz. Stolarz came out to try and make a save. Wonder if somebody's going to have anything to say about that. Based on that game against Seattle, probably not. That's for sure offside. And it's offside at the Leafs blue line. Whew, 6:42 left here in the third period. Showing a little package here on Ben Kindle. He's had a good night. He's got 2 goals tonight. 1 on the power play for the Penguins. Got a couple power play opportunities, and he just drove the net. Almost, I wouldn't say almost scored. Stolarz did a really good job there of denying him. Getting in the way as well. Puck in the offensive zone for the Leafs, or in the Pittsburgh zone. Thrown around. Robertson wins the puck battle. Looks like he's going to drive the net. He does. Gets a shot. Another shot. They score. Bobby McMahon. 4-3 Leafs. Oh, yeah. We're back. We are so back. The Leafs are now in front. Only 19 shots on goal for the Buds. And they have taken the lead in this game. They have scored. It is 4-3. Great play by Nick Robertson. Better play by Morgan Rielly to keep it alive around the boards. Nick Robertson wins a puck battle. He drives the net. He gets 1 shot. He gets 2 shots. McMahon puts in the rebound. Tavares was in front, creating traffic, creating chaos. This is what you need. Jari had no chance. McMahon puts it in on the rebound. Bobby McMatthews, shout out to Profit. It is 4-3 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're back. They're back. We are in front. No more overtime talk. The Leafs could win this game in regulation. McMansky. Nyes has the puck. He fires it in. Jari couldn't stop it. It's around the boards. Penguins look like they're going to break this out, and they do. It's dumped back into the Leafs zone. McCabe goes over to pick it up. This has turned into a very eventful game. The Leafs have scored 4 goals in this third period. Assist to Robertson and Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley with another point this season is chipped in. Domi's hunting the puck. Does not win the puck battle. But Nicolas Waugh with a good stick. Leafs have had some pretty good sticks tonight. Intercepting pucks. Making some plays. Chipped into the Leafs zone. 5 minutes left here in the third period. The Leafs now have a 1-goal lead after getting absolutely decimated for 40 minutes of play. One of the most forgettable efforts I can remember. But they might actually win this game, and it's going to be on the back of Anthony Stolarz. And we got a Go Leafs Go chant. After Let's Go Blue Jays, we got a Go Leafs Go chant in the arena, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some Go Leafs Go in the chat right now. Go Leafs Go in the chat. And we got a stoppage in play here. I believe it was offside. Jim! How are you, Jim? Oh my God. Nice to see you. This made my night. This is a good result for the Leafs, but this is fantastic. Jim, how you doing? Long time no see. I hope your summer was well. Great, whatever word we want to use. And I hope you enjoyed, if you like baseball, the Blue Jays run. Obviously not a good result, but I hope you enjoyed it. We are now at a commercial break here. We got 4:31 left in the third period. The Leafs have climbed all the way back from 3-0 down heading into the third. And now lead it 4-3. Goals from Auston Matthews, William Nylander, and just now Bobby McMahon. Insane. Go Leafs go. We got him spammed in the chat. Let's go. No, Jim, no call-ins tonight, unfortunately. No call-ins tonight. But we're going to get these rocking throughout the season. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well, man. Well, we're going to get those rocking, though, for sure. Actually, I haven't been streaming at all recently because of the Jays run, so we're getting back into the rhythm, trying some new things with these watch-alongs as well. It seems like everyone likes this, right? Should we do this again? Yes or no in the chat? Should we be doing this again? Any changes you would like to see? William Nylander has the opportunity for an empty net hat trick. Get your hats ready if you're at Scotiabank Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Will there be a post-game stream? I'll hang around for a bit after this. Like we'll do that, but there won't be like a post-game. Like this will just be it. I'll hang around for a bit after the game, but yeah. But we'll do a some games where we don't watch along, we'll do post-game streams for sure. We're now 30 subscribers away from our ultimate goal tonight, which was 500, excuse me. 23,500. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything going on with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, Jim, it's nice that you're officially back. And I hope, although it was a busy summer, that it was a good one for you. And I hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you since the playoffs, a very eventful playoffs. Got a lot of yeses in the chat. Yep, I think we'll do more of these for sure. We'll get Nick on some of these as well. Kindle with a shot. Another big save from Anthony Stolarz. Big save from Stoli. 35 shots to 19, and you know with the Penguins being down a goal that there's going to be more. I mean, there's potential for this game to end with 45 shots here. You know the Penguins are going to be pushing the play. They're going to be putting on pressure. They're going to pull their goalie at some point. This is awesome. Hey, thank you, Tony. I appreciate you subscribing. Thank you very much. Welcome to the family. We're a family here. You'll recognize a lot of the same people. You see a lot of the same faces. Leafs are slowly finding their identity through this game, it seems like. Man, this is a good character, like gutsy character win. If they can string 2 wins together here with the way they've started the season, this would be really nice. Hold on to this lead. Another good stick from Nylander, intercepting an easy pass through the neutral zone. Puck gets down anyway. Now it's in the Leafs zone. Matthews on Malkin. Kicked out to the point. Russ to Ryan Shea to Chris Letang. He's getting a shot, but it's blocked. And we got to pass up to Nylander. One-on-one with Ryan Shea. He stops. He shoots. Saved by Tristan Jarry. Goes down the length of the ice. And it is icing. Benoit back to collect it. 3:19 left here in the third period. How many dogs does Tavares have? That is a good question. I don't know. Oh, shots on goal. That's hilarious. I'm not sure. I'll try and find out for you right now. Play has resumed. Trying to find this for you here. Shots on goal. John Tavares has 0 shots on goal tonight. I'm new to the NHL. Is there any extra injury time at the end? No, this is not like FIFA or football. It just ends. If the Leafs are winning, it'll just end. I appreciate you watching this, though. New to the NHL. I would like to try to inform you on anything you need to know. Who is your favorite? I would imagine you like soccer or football based on what you said. So who's your favorite team there? Who is your favorite team whatever league that you watch? We got 2 minutes and roughly 20-ish seconds here left in this game. Puck is out. You would imagine the goaltender is going to come out. Tristan Jarry here in a bit. Malkin dumps the puck in. Stolarz has that and he gobbles it up. And he covers the puck. Jarry is going to the bench. I think that's what the goal was there for the Penguins. We got exactly 2 minutes left here. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Leafs next game is Wednesday. Utah visits Scotiabank Arena. The first time, I guess technically the Mammoth, with their new name, are in Toronto. Why did I say it like that? There's no second T. Lining up for the face-off here. We got Crosby lining up against John Tavares in this situation. John Tavares, 53% on the draws. He loses this one. Crosby wins it back to the point. Karlsson puts it down low for Crosby. He kicks it around. Karlsson throws it back to the point. Or sorry, Letang throws it back to the point. Nobody's there. Currently Bayern Munich, but my favorite team followed by PSG. They play each other later today. Conrad, welcome to the Elite Tier. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Still got a lot of members from last year as well. We appreciate all you guys. We see you guys. We recognize you guys. Thank you very much. Stolarz makes another big save. We got 1:25 left in this third period. Blocked by Carlo. Big one-timer blocked. Penguins goaltender is out. Jarry's on the bench. Malkin into the slot. Kendall misses. It's swiped away. It's in the corner. Leafs can't clear. Kendall has it on the half wall. He puts it back to the point to Karlsson. Karlsson has it. Back to Kendall. Kendall one-timer. Another block by Carlo. That's 2 blocks. He tries to win the puck battle. He can't. Matthews is trying to win the puck. He can't. 50 seconds left in the third. It's gathered out. Nylander coming out one-on-one. He's going to beat his man. Here comes Nylander. Oh, man. That was definitely a hold. That should have been a penalty. Tavares Chips it out to center ice. Here comes the Penguins again. It's chipped out to center again. 30 seconds left. The Leafs might hold on. Kindle has it. They're back in the zone. Kindle to the point to Carlson. Carlson to Kindle. Kindle's at the point. Same with Carlson. They're playing pitch and catch. This is far more intense than I would like it to be. Got 13, got 12, 11 seconds. They're just throwing it around. The Leafs are defending very well. There's no shooting lane. One-timer, save. It's out across the ice. There's 2 seconds left. Blocked by Benoit. The Leafs hold on and win. The Leafs have won 4-3 in a game that they were down 3-0 heading into the third. The Leafs have also changed their win song. Taking care of business. They've changed their win song in the arena. Taking care of business. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Leafs win, ladies and gentlemen, 4-3. That is taking care of business. Let me tell you that. That is a huge win. Down 3-0. 3-0. Heading into the third period. That is a final score. 4-3. Maple Leafs over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Gutsy effort. Again, good win against Philly. Good win here against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Anthony Stolarz better get that belt. I want to see Anthony Stolarz with that belt post-game. You better get that belt. All right. We'll do a fun thing here today. And thank you, Chelsea, for tuning in. That was a good game. Always really like playing the Penguins. It's always fun to watch Sidney, Crosby, and Malkin and stuff like that. Malkin was one of my favorite players growing up. So, everyone's 3 stars. We used to do this in post games. So who's everyone's 3 stars of the game tonight? Let's get them going in the chat. 1, 2, 3. Everyone's 3 stars. Spam them in the chat. Shout out to over 140 of you guys in here right now. Big win. So, my first star. I'll start with my third star. My third star tonight, William Nylander. William Nylander, my third star of the night. My second star of the night is Auston Matthews, a goal. He was great in the faceoff dot. He was noticeable defensively. A couple guys had really good games, honestly, but Auston Matthews, my second star. And first star of the night, it's obvious. Stoli the goalie, Anthony Stolarz. Bang. There it is. Number 1 star of the night. Who's everyone's third star? And Chelsea, if you want to give your 3 stars for the Penguins as well, if there's any other Penguins fans in here, you can go ahead and do that. I'll read some out. We got Christy saying Nylander, Stolarz, and Matthews. We got Stolarz, Willie, and Matthews from Profit. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. And in the arena, they're actually showing this on Prime Video. It was Stolarz third star, Matthews second star, Nylander first star. And obviously, I mean, Nylander had 2 goals and he almost had an empty netter. So, gutsy effort from the Toronto Maple Leafs to win that one, to pull that one out. That's good stuff. Well, that was a lot of fun. Joshua says Matthews third star, Nylander second, Anthony Stolarz first. I don't know how you can't go with Stolarz for first. I mean, he absolute stud tonight for the Buds. That was awesome. That was awesome. Well, great effort from the Leafs in this one. Great effort in the third period. Couple big block shots by Brandon Carlo there in the dying seconds. Leafs getting in all sorts of shooting lanes. I mean, the Penguins, there's 20 seconds left, and they're passing it around. I mean, they didn't even do anything. They weren't even doing anything. They had no shooting lane. They couldn't even get it to the net. Good defending from the Leafs. Good positional play. Everyone's communicating. Tavares, I'm watching it right now on the replay. Tavares is, communicating like, hey, I got this guy here. I'm here. Love that stuff. So, Joshua's 3 stars were backwards. Excuse me. Sorry when I read those out. Junior School Life, 2 stars, Auston Matthews, William Nylander, and Bobby McMann. Bobby McMann also had a good game. I thought Nick Robertson had a good game. He's in the top 6 where he should be, theoretically. So, That's pretty good as well. But big win for the Leafs. They needed this one, another 2 points. November Leafs hockey. November Leafs hockey is here, ladies and gentlemen. They are locked in. They are locked in. Matthews, great play for his goal. Very deceptive shot, too. Hard to stop that. Good stuff from the Leafs in this game. This was good. Well, I mean, third period. We got any final 3 stars of the game here in the chat? Throw them in here before we get going here. Now wait to see what happens to David Kampf and Nick Robertson. Well, we're going to find out what happens to David Kampf tomorrow. That's for sure. We are definitely going to see what happens there. But I think we will wrap it up there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. A very exciting end to this game. The Leafs go down 3-0. This was looking like one of the worst performances in a long time heading into that third period. Absolutely horrific effort, performance, whatever you want to call it. And they came storming back with a very direct, very simple, hard-working third period, and they get rewarded for it. 2 goals from Nylander, 1 from Matthews, 1 from McMahon to put them up 4-3. And Anthony Stolar shuts the door. An honorable mention here for the 3 stars from Profit. Craig Berube, who knows what he said in the room. I told you guys going to the second intermission, he was going to, that paint was going to be off the walls. They got to repaint the dressing room tomorrow. They got to repaint it tomorrow. But with that being said, the Leafs are back in action on Wednesday against the Utah Mammoth at home. We may have a live stream. So stay tuned to your sub boxes for an update on that. We may have a watch along. It may be a post game stream. We will keep you guys updated for that. But thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in, whether you commented, were a part of the chat or not. This was a lot of fun. We'll do more of these. And yeah, the Leafs with a huge win. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll see you for another video, of course, tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
Digest your daily dose of gold. Stories of the bold where legends are told. From first pop drop to the season's full. Tune in and watch the drama unfold.